afternoon, everybody. I'm here over at Chemostrat, and I wanted to take you guys on a little tour of our lab and some of the processes that we do.
So we got the milling machine here. So what this basically does is instead of taking a sample and grinding it by hand, whether it's harder or it might be a coarse sample, we have the milling machine. So essentially what you do is take one of these cups right here, you load it with a couple of these balls, and what it does is it spins it around, and instead of grinding it by hand, those balls inside pulverize the sample into a fine powder. We take this powder and then we press it into pellets, and then we use those to run on the Z-Post machine. So you can see here, as we take the lid off, use a brush to get all that sample out from inside of the cups. Okay, using this sieve too to make sure that we're collecting everything that's ground up nice and fine. Okay, make sure we get everything here. And you can see, everything that's not fine and wasn't ground up will stay in here, and dump that out. And then it's ready here to be pressed into a pellet and ran on the Z-Post machine. And that is the milling machine.
Spatula. We want it to be 4.00 on the dot, because weight does matter here. All right. Now take our binder, what we use to keep the pellet together whenever we make it. It's called Cerox. It's specifically made for XRF pellets. We're going to weigh it out to 0.4. It's going to be 10% pellet. Get it right at 4.4 here. Very tedious, but we got there. I'm gonna take this, we're gonna pour it in here in the mortar and pestle. Okay. Now we're gonna mix it for a little bit, make sure it gets fully mixed in. We want to make sure that we don't see any little cylinder deal here. Put this piece in first, then your cup. Then your mixed sample. Nice and evened out. The other one on top. Alright. In the press it goes. We're going to crank this down nice and tight. And this, close the pressure. Now we crank to about 15 tons. We'll let it sit for 30 seconds. Our 30 seconds is up, so we'll release the pressure. Crank this up. Pull it out. Now to remove the pellet out of the cylinder, we're going to flip it upside down. Goes back in. This is is how we push out the pellet. Fill a release. That's when you know it's ready. I'll be waiting for you. Right there. And there you go.